Do you need some cards from today's episode? Well, you can pick them up and support the show from our sponsor, Card Kingdom. Just follow the link in the description box down below. Hello, everyone. It's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Much Abrew About Nothing. So this week, we're heading to Modern one more time. We'll start exploring some sweet M20 stuff next week. But for this week, we're playing another Modern Horizons deck. And this one, we got one card that we've played before on stream. Urza, Lord High Artificer. But also some sweet new ones. Echo of Eons and Mirrodin Besieged. This is a deck, I'm calling it Echoing Urza, essentially. It is an Urza deck, but it is a weird, different type of Urza deck. And I'm super excited to give this deck a shot. So we're going to do a quick deck tech so you know what's going on. Jump into the gameplay, see what happens before we do a super quick reminder. If you haven't already, it would be so cool of you if you could take a second, click that subscribe button down at the bottom of your screen. It's a great way to support the channel and the site for free. So let's talk Echoing Urza. So we are an Urza deck. Urza, Lord High Artificer, really powerful card in an artifact deck. Lets us tap all of our artifacts for mana. We can pay 5 to shuffle, play things for free, and we can even make a construct when it comes into play. So this deck, while we are built around Urza, the way we're using Urza is a little bit different. The main engine of our deck, along with Urza, is Echo of Eons, our new Time Twister, 6 mana, but only 3 mana, a literal Time Twister if we flash it back. So the idea of this deck is, once our deck gets going, we are going to play out a hand of cheap artifacts, and using Urza's mana, we can Echo of Eons to essentially refuel and get another hand, hopefully of cheap artifacts, cast them again, then we can flash back Echo of Eons to refuel, and kind of just draw a bunch of new hands in the same turn. It's almost like High Tide in Legacy to some extent, but in Modern. So Urza's kind of our High Tide, Echo of Eons, that's our Time Twister more or less, or our Time Spiral, whatever. So this is the engine of our deck. To make Echo of Eons even better, we have some looting. Riddlesmith and Gaia Reach Sanitarium. Riddlesmith, a really unique addition to this deck. When we cast an artifact, we draw and discard. So this means, as we're casting our cheap artifacts, we're stocking our graveyard. We can discard Echo of Eons if we don't have enough mana to cast it full price, flash it back and go that direction. Gaia Reach, more looting from our graveyard. So this helps support our Urza Echo of Eons plan. Then we have all of our cheap artifacts. So the key part of this deck is a bunch of 0 mana artifacts, which allow us to support our Urza by having a bunch of artifacts on the battlefield to tap for mana. They also grow the construct that Urza creates, and they work really well post Echo of Eons because we can draw them and play them right away. And while cards like Chalice of the Void, Engineered Explosives are in our deck because we can cast like Chalice on 1 and lock some decks out of the game, Engineered Explosives on 1 or 2, whatever, to blow up some stuff, we can also just run them out as 0 mana artifacts. So they kind of do double duty in that sense. Being able to be good cards that work really well in certain matchups, very important, like staying alive, disrupting our opponent, that are also just free mana with Urza. We cast them for 0, tap them for 1, they end up being rituals with Urza. Everflowing, Chalice, Mox Opal, again, same thing. Add mana in the early game with Urza, we can cast them for free and tap them. And then Mishra's Bauble can turn into card draw if we don't need the mana. Tormod Script allows us to deal with graveyard, especially important with so many people playing Hogak. So that's Urza, that's Echo of Eons, that's our looting, that's our support cards. As far as winning the game, this is where the deck gets pretty spicy. So to win the game with this deck, we got a couple of different things going on. First, Grinding Station is kind of our key finisher. So Grinding Station allows us to tap it and sack an artifact to mill someone for 3, and then when an artifact comes into play, we get to untap Grinding Station. So if we have Grinding Station with either Sai or Saheeli, and remember, we were just talking about being able to like dump our hand, Echo of Eons, draw a new hand, dump our hand, Echo of Eons, draw a new hand, all in the same turn. Keep doing that, getting several new hands in the same turn. We're going to find these cards eventually, even though they're one-ofs. So with Sai or Saheeli in all of our 0 mana artifacts, things get really out of control with Grinding Station, not because we're milling with it, because we're using it to make mana. So the trick here is really simple. We have Urza out, we have Grinding Station out. What we do, and also either a Saheeli or a Sai, what we do is we cast whatever 0 mana artifact, Everflowing Chalice. We cast Everflowing Chalice. That's going to trigger our Saheeli or Sai to make a 1/1 artifact, which is then going to untap our Grinding Station. So we can tap Grinding Station for a mana. The servo or whatever artifact token, Servo or Thopter, comes into play that untaps Grinding Station. We can tap it again for mana, then our free artifact, our Everflowing Chalice or whatever, comes into play. That untaps our Grinding Station again, so this turns all of our 0-mana artifacts into essentially super rituals. Each 0-mana artifact we play is double triggering Grinding Station, and we're not using it to mill at this point. We're tapping it twice for mana in between, which makes sure we just have all the mana we could ever need. We're able to cast all of our Echo of Eons, cast whatever else we want to cast, whatever we want to do. We have tons and tons of mana, and then eventually Grinding Station shifts gears, and after we kind of play through our whole deck, cast a bunch of Echo of Eons, do all this sweet combo-y stuff, eventually what we're going to do is start using Grinding Station to sacrifice our artifacts to mill ourselves, because the end goal and how we win the game with this deck is Mirrodin Besieged on Phyrexian. So Phyrexian with Mirrodin Besieged allows us to win the game on our end step. If we have 15 or more artifacts, we have like 25-ish artifacts in our deck, so eventually we're just going to sack all of our artifacts to Grinding Station, mill essentially all of our deck to Grinding Station, pass the turn, go to our end step, Mirrodin Besieged, we loot, so make sure you have at least one card left in your library, discard the card, win the game on our end step. So this is like a weird sort of combo finish, essentially, and because Mirrodin Besieged, unlike most you win the game cards, triggers on end step rather than upkeep, we don't let our opponent untap when we go through that. So that's basically the plan of the deck. A little convoluted, a little crazy, but that's what's going on. If we can't win with Mirrodin Besieged, we can just make like a ton of Psy tokens, a ton of Saheeli tokens, a ton of Urza tokens, cast a bunch of stuff with Urza's ability with all of our mana, kind of play through our deck that way. So we can win if our graveyard gets shut down. Even Mirrodin Besieged, if our graveyard shut down by Leyline of Void, we can just put it on Mirror and make a bunch of tokens and try to win that direction. But mostly, eventually, the self-mill Mirrodin Besieged win. Otherwise, Simian Spirit Guide just speeds things up, lets us Chalice on turn 1, Urza maybe like on turn 2 or turn 3, maybe even turn 1 Urza, which is pretty busted. Mana Base, Darksteel Citadel ups our artifact count for our Mirrodin Besieged kill. Cavern of Souls on Artificer protects our Riddlesmith and our Urza from counterspells. Gemstone Cavern, a little more fast mana. Gaia Reach, we talked about it, looting to get Echo of Eons in the graveyard. Islet, more card draw. Some mana fixing, some snow-covered islands. Sideboard-wise, so we got a bunch of things to protect our combo. Welding Jar regenerates an artifact. Hurkyl's Recall, good against like Affinity and so forth, can also bounce all of our own artifacts in response to a Fracturing Gust or a Vandal Blast or something. Negate Teferi Time Raveler for more counter protection. Then we have ways to win if our main combo is shut down. Karn, Gerper Ether Grid, Narset Parter of Veils with Echo of Eons to wipe our opponent's hand. These cards give us ways to win the game. They don't really rely on the graveyard. They work through Stony Silence. So after sideboarding, when our opponent sideboards in a bunch of targeted hate cards, still got plenty of ways to win the game. Otherwise, a bunch of removal, Ancient Grudges, Abrades, Arc Trails, Whip Flares, some graveyard hate with Tormod's Crypt, so we get a full playset after sideboarding. Also, Echo of Eons, graveyard hate worth mentioning, can shuffle the graveyards back in. Ray of Elevation for enchantments, and that is Echoing Urza for modern, and that's our Much Abrew deck for this week. So this is a crazy one. Gonna be interesting to see how this combo works. I'm excited to see if the plan of just going crazy with Echo of Eons and eventually winning with Mirrodin Besieged is actually legit in the modern format. So let's jump into the gameplay, see how it works. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll be back in a bit with a wrap up. All right, Much Brew About Nothing time. We are playing, I'm not sure what to call this deck. Echoing Urza, Urza's Eons. Basically, this all-in Urza, Echo of Eons, Mirrodin Besieged combo deck. And I guess we keep this. It's not super fast, but we have like Riddlesmith into Grinding Station. Can start looting stuff away. Uh-oh. Grafdigger's Cage. Okay. Well, Snow-Covered Island, go. That actually is kind of an annoyance. That shuts down our Echo of Eons. Misty Rainforest. Snow-Covered Island. And Estru Labe. Is this like a... I don't know what's going on. Probably Were Prison. Goblin Engineer. Alright. Well. Sword of the Meek. Yeah? Well, our opponent's going for it. What do we have? Darksteel Citadel. Riddlesmith. Pass the turn. Opponent. Can they combo? Can they start comboing? They probably have Urza as well, which isn't great. Land. Okay, so combo achieved. Well, we're just going to have to out-combo our opponent. That is the name of the game. They can make a lot of Thopters. They can't make infinite Thopters yet. If they find Urza, then they can make infinite Thopters. Mox Opal. It is a clock, though. Opponent combat. Gets it. Or passes. Echo of Eons. Well, so I think we kick out Everflowing Chalice. Loot. Discard Echo of Eons. Spire of Industry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Opponent's going to make a lot of flyers. Yeah, let's just Grinding Station. Loot. Discard Riddlesmith. And pass the turn. Well, we got Urza for next turn. If our opponent finds Urza this turn, we're dead. And their Thopters are going to start killing us. Opponent. Thopping. Yup. Echo of Eons is good graveyard hate, but not with Grafdigger's Cage out. 6 mana is a lot. Cracks Polluted Delta. Opponent. Well, we definitely got to cross our fingers that they don't have Urza. Thopter Foundry. On the other hand, there is a chance that we can combo off. Boy, this is annoying. Yup. Grinding Station triggers on our opponent's artifacts. Opponent untaps. Come on, no Urza. No Urza. We have, what, 2 turns, probably? Until the Thopters get us? Opponent, combat. Attacks. We will take it. Down to 16. Tap land. Last card. Oh, opponent's just going to keep thopping. Alright, let's start auto-yielding. I don't know why our opponent's making these now, but that's fine. I'm not sure what the value of doing it now is. Alright, opponent makes some, passes. We draw a bobble. So, Snow-Covered Island. Urza. Make a construct. No Grinding Station. Mishra's Bobble. Loot. Discard 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's discard Chalice of the Void. Get the Bobble. No milling. Tap Construct. Tap Grinding Station. Mirrodin Besieged. On Phyrexian. And pass the turn. So our hope is that we can parlay this into the Mirrodin Besieged win next turn. We will see. Only 1 artifact in our graveyard now. We're not dead this turn unless our opponent draws Urza. And if we get to untap, we get to try to get enough artifacts in our graveyard. Yep. Thopter, Thopter, Thopter. We have a backup Urza just in case. That's actually pretty good. Alright, I guess we discard Urza. I think we need this Engineered Explosives. That actually can answer some of our opponent's stuff. Worst case, it lets us loot with Riddlesmith. Opponent, combat. Gonna get in for a bundle. Yeah, we take it. And see if we can proceed to win. Down to 8. And here comes the Thopters. Yep. So, right now, 1 artifact in our graveyard. Gonna go up to 2 for this Mishra's Bobble. We need 15, which, that is a lot. But Grinding Station helps. Opponent's still going. Yep. Sure. Well, crack the Bobble. See what's on top of our opponent's deck. It's just a land. Alright, so we untap. We draw 2. Okay, so float this. Mill ourselves with Darksteel Citadel. Play Engineered Explosives, X0. Loot with Riddlesmith. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 artifacts. Opponent, what do they got? Metallic Rebuke. Okay, that's fine. We are not going to pay. We loot. We discard Urza. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So play Mishra's Bobble. Loot with Riddlesmith. Discard Tormod's Crypt. 7. Bobble comes into play. Untap Grinding Station. Tap our construct. Sack our construct to mill ourselves. Alright, no artifacts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, explosives on 0. Loot. Discard Simian Spirit Guide. Untap Grinding Station. So... Tap Explosives for mana. Tap Chalice for mana. Tap Island. Activate Urza. Okay, so sack Mishra's Bauble. Mill ourselves, sacking Everflowing Chalice. Crack Engineered Explosives. Okay, opponent floats a mana. Play the new Engineered Explosives. Loot. Discard Spire of Industry. How close are we? Untap, we gotta do a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, man. Do we go for it? We need to hit 2 artifacts. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Mill ourselves. Sack explosives. Oh, we got there. Okay, pass the turn. Yes, 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 yes. Opponent makes a Thopter. That's fine. Sure. Oh, that untaps our grinding station. Thank you. Yeah, I guess we can just make doubly sure and set grinding station. Pass the turn. Mirrodin Besieged. Loots and wins the game. We got there. Okay. Opponent assembled their combo pretty quickly, but Mirrodin Besieged coming through. Well, that worked pretty well. I have to say, that was pretty impressive. Pretty impressive of our deck. So, opponent is playing Urza Thopter Sword. What do we want against Urza Thopter Sword? Hurkyl's Recall's great. Ancient Greta Braid are good. Tormod's Crypt can also be helpful. Teferi, Karn. We don't really got to worry about too much graveyard hate. Could bring in the Narset or the Negate. We don't have to worry about a ton of graveyard hate because, or a ton of artifact hate because our opponent is also playing an artifact deck, so it's not like they can play Stony Silence or anything. What do we cut? Could trim back on like Echo of the Eons, Chalice of the Void. We can probably cut Chalice in this matchup. Cut Chalice. Bring in the Tormod's Crypts. And, yeah, let's go down one Simian Spirit Guide. Alright, try it like that. Echo of Eons is good if we can cast it from the graveyard. It is a way we can sort of fizzle their combo-ish, maybe, depending on the timing. Alright, here we go. On the draw for game number 2. Well, game 1, we muddled our way through the combo and it worked. Ooh. Hurkyl's Recall is one of our best cards. This hand seems pretty good. Riddlesmith, Urza, Hurkyl's Recall for defense. Bauble for our opponent. Cracks it, takes a peek. Draws a card. We draw explosives. Well, play an island. Let's play one Bauble. Play one now. Save one for later. Pass the turn. Opponent. Because our Baubles get a little bit better after we have Riddlesmith. We get to loot as well. Alright, there's Engineer. Well, we will crack our Bauble. Ooh, Tezzeret. That's good to know about. Opponent, gonna tutor out something. Maybe Graveyard Hate. I mean, we can win through Graveyard Hate. We're just not winning with Mirrodin Besieged. Pithing Needle. Mox Opal. So Pithing Needle probably gonna name Urza, I assume. We get to draw an extra card. So let's Darksteel Citadel. Chalice X1. I think we're going to focus on getting Urza down first. Pass the turn. Misty Rainforest for our opponent. Cracks it. Snow-covered island. So next turn, Tezzeret can come down. Astrolabe. Draws a card. And Sword of the Meek. Opponent could still have Metallic Rebuke. We draw Riddlesmith. Man, I wonder if double Riddlesmith is better. Urza does potentially get rebuked. Yeah, let's go Riddlesmith. Islet. Riddlesmith. Bauble. Do some looting. Ooh. Well, discard engineered explosives. Loot. Discard Darksteel Citadel. Get our bauble. Okay, well, Urza's not getting countered now, thanks to our Cavern of Souls, so pass the turn. I assume our opponent, they're going to get back Pithing Needle. They're going to name Urza, I assume. Yeah, alright, sure. Oh, explosives. Alright, I mean, that works too. Flooded Strand for our opponent. Is it Tezzeret time? They didn't shuffle away Tezzeret, right? I believe it's still there. Tezzeret is strong. Although Urza into Hurkyl's Recall, pretty good. Opponent gets a land. And... alright. There is the Foundry. And here comes Thopters. Gains some life. Opponent passing. Do we crack our bauble? Yeah, I think we do. So crack the bauble, take a peek. Engineer number 2. We get to draw 2. Ooh. Alright, Cavern of Souls. On Artificer. Play Uncounterable Urza. Get a Construct. Play Mishra's Bauble. Do some looting. A braid. Yeah, discard a braid for now. Discard Echo of Eons. Get a bauble. Mox Opal. Do some looting. Discard Gemstone Caverns. Discard Shivan Reef. And we will pass the turn. I think next turn is hopefully our Echo turn. We can wait till our opponent... okay, gets back Astrolabe to draw a card. Sagging Pithing Needle. Sacks a sword, makes a Thopter. Yeah, we're going to keep waiting. Keep waiting. I assume they're going to name Urza, which means we need our Pithing Needle to get rid... we need our recall to get rid of the Pithing Needle. Opponent tapping, untapping. I believe they have Tezzeret and Goblin Engineer in hand. And then one unknown card. There's Goblin Engineer. For Nile Spellbomb. Alright. That is annoying. It gets rid of our Echo. Opponent. And gets back Pithing Needle. Okay. So it looks like we might get one turn to do stuff with Urza before Nile Spellbomb. Opponent gets in. Down to 16. Thops. I think we have to leave... Bauble. Opponent passes. We draw a Snow-Covered Island. So, play Snow-Covered Island. Hurkyl's Recall our opponent. And now we Echo of Eons. And now we have fun. Mishra's Bauble. Do some looting. Discard land. Discard land. Mishra's Bauble. Do some looting. There's a chance we could win this turn. Discard a land. Artifact land. Discard... oh, there's Mirrodin Besieged. Simian Spirit Guide. Play Mishra's Bauble. Right now, only one artifact in the graveyard. Discard Echo of Eons. Discard Echo of Eons. Play Everflowing Chalice. Do some looting. Discard Urza. Discard Ancient Grudge. Play Tormod's Crypt. Do some looting. Ooh. 1, 2. Discard Hurkyl's Recall. Discard Spire of Industry. Now we tap Everflowing Chalice. Tap Tormod's Crypt. Tap Mishra's Bauble. Play Mirrodin Besieged. On Phyrexian. Tap Bauble. Tap Bauble. Grinding Station. Do some looting, whatever. Riddlesmith. Tormod's Crypt. Now we tap Grinding Station for mana. Untap it. Tap Grinding Station for mana. Tap Bobble for mana. Echo of Eons number 2. Everflowing Chalice. Do some looting. Discard a land. Oh, we might be able to get there. Discard Sigh. Untap Grinding Station. Sack tapped Everflowing Chalice. Mill ourselves. Cast Everflowing Chalice. Looting. Discard Urza. Discard Simian Spirit Guide. Untap Grinding Station. Tap Everflowing Chalice for mana. Mill ourselves. Play Engineered Explosives X0. Looting. Discard Spirit Guide. Discard Spire of Industry. Enters the battlefield. Untaps Grinding Station. Tap Everflowing Chalice. Sack Everflowing Chalice. Play Grinding Station number 2. Looting. Discard Darksteel Citadel. Discard Spire of Industry. Enters the battlefield. Sacrifice Everflowing Chalice. Mill ourselves. Untap. Untap. I think we might be getting there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now we sacrifice float mana for Mox Opal. Sacrifice Mox Opal. Sacrifice Mishra's Bobble. Play Mox Opal. Looting. Discard a land. Looting. Discard Echo of Eons. Mox Opal comes down. Untaps our Grinding Stations. How is our artifact count? That's the big question. Grinding Station. Mill Bobble. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Alright, we got enough. So, now we just pass the turn. And I guess we get in with our construct. Opponent takes it. End step. Loot. Discard Tormod's Crypt. And that does it! And that is the combo! And that was pretty impressive. Whew! Mirrodin Besieged! That was pretty legit. That was super legit. Huh. Okay. Well, maybe Mirrodin Besieged isn't against odds card. Maybe it's like a legit busted card. We just absolutely raced and crushed the more traditional Urza build. So, score one for us. Sweet, sweet. All right. Much brew about nothing time. We are Urza comboing. Ooh. Do we keep this? Tormod's Crypt is good against Hogak. We get a redraw. I think we're going to keep this. I think we are. All we need is one land off of this Bobble in our next draw for Riddlesmith to be good. And we're in a modern where Tormod's Crypt can just beat some decks. Now, Mishra's Bobble, Island, Tormod's Crypt, Go. Actually, do we want to crack this now? Yeah, we don't. All right, go ahead. Opponent, untaps. Temple Garden. All right, opponent's playing fair. Birds of Paradise. Well, crack Bobble, Knight of the Reliquary on top. Come on, land. We get 2 draws. Draw 1. Land? Ugh. Ugh. Alright, that was not how we drew it up. Explosives on 1 past the turn. Our risk might be coming back to bite us. Opponent, untaps, drawing Knight of the Reliquary. Horizon Canopy. Courser of Crewfix. Collected Company on top. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. Give us that land. Alright, there's a land. So play Spire of Industry. I think we're just going to play through. We are going to play Riddlesmith. Play Everflowing Chalice to loot. Discard Echo of Eons. Pass the turn. Well, if our opponent has a land, they can Collected Company. Opponent. Ramanop Excavator. And gets in. Sure. Down to 18. Opponent passes. Chalice of the Void. Not super helpful here. Well, let's play Chalice of the Void on 0 to loot. Discard Echo of Eons. Engineered Explosives, also on 0 to loot. It gets countered, unfortunately. Ew. Discard. Boy, this was so close to being good. Discard Mirrodin Besieged. And I guess we just sack explosives to kill the Birds of Paradise. Pass the turn. Oh, man. If we could get down Urza, oh, we'd be in such good shape. Opponent. Untaps, draws birds. Top card is another bird. Sorry, opponent's just birds into birds. Chalice on 0 is not ideal. Wow, opponent's going to crack Horizon Canopy. Well, we will get rid of their graveyard. And, whoo, not a land on top. Opponent's having some land troubles. Just a bit. Oh, we would love lands. Lands would be spectacular. Opponent, combat. Gets in. Hits us. Down to 14. We untap. We draw Everflowing Chalice. That's going to get countered because we put Chalice on 0. So, well, cast it. Gets countered. Loot for a land. Echo of Eons. Alright. Awkward. Well, get in with the Riddlesmith. Hit our opponent. The old double mana screw game going on here. Compelling Magic. Opponent does hit a land, so they can double Birds of Paradise, and then their mana is going to be back to where they want. Boy, oh boy. Well, maybe we shouldn't have played that Chalice. Maybe that was too greedy. Although, on the other hand, we're 16 cards deep, and we've hit 2 lands, which is not good. Opponent gets in, hits us. Down to 10. Passes. Oh, God. Oh, the most awkward of running. I'll play Riddlesmith. Oh, this is seriously as awkward as it could possibly get. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. There's the land on top. Yeah, now we're probably done. Opponent, Courser. Maybe the Chalice on 0 was a misplay. It has kind of come back to hurt us a little bit. Yeah, I guess we're gonna take it. I don't know what our out is at this point, honestly. I don't know if there is one. Opponent, Collected Company, Voice, and Tireless Tracker. Yeah, I think they got us. Opponent passes. We draw Mox Opal that gets countered. All right. Huh. That Chalice on 0 did not go well for us. That did not go well at all. Alright. So opponent's playing just fair stuff. We'll bring in Whip Flare. We'll bring in maybe like Karn, Narsat, a Braid, and Gurper Ether Grid. We'll go down Chalice, which doesn't seem very effective. And we'll go down 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 24. What's our last cut? Maybe we just cut Saheeli. Saheeli can make a lot of blockers, and it does get around Stony Silence, which is something our opponent probably has. Let's go 1 grinding station. Run it like that. Ugh. Well, maybe that was just not a good keep on our end. Huh. Boy, this is so close to being good. Land, artifact, artifact, artifact. Sigh. Is that good enough? And then if we hit a blue source... The problem is we gotta empty our hand before the Sigh. And our only mana is a Mox Opal and a colorless land. Ugh. Let's mulligan. Alright, I guess we'll keep this. This is not thrilling. But we do have some decent creatures. Riddlesmith, definitely going to the bottom. Well, Shivan Reef, go. Opponent. Forest and Birds of Paradise. And passes. We draw Engineered Explosives. Well, play Gemstone Cavern. Let's play Riddlesmith. We're going to wait one more turn, because if we can fight a blue source, we can Simian Spirit Guide out Urza, and that's way more powerful than Sai. Urza's like our best card. Opponent. Voice of Resurgence. And Windswept Teeth. Opponent. Passing. We draw. Whip Flare. Awkward. Well, I guess we explosives to loot. Explosives on 0, sadly. Loot. Okay, there's a land. So discard Sai. Spire of Industry. Exile Spirit Guide, play Urza. And pass the turn. So, we're out of action, but we got out of turn 2, turn 3 Urza. Opponent cracks, so they have Path to Exile. Temple Garden, tapped. Alright, no path yet, opponent. Not killing Urza yet. I mean, worst case, we do nothing, and Urza can at least spin the wheel to maybe hit something. Opponent, Ghost Coda. Well, we got basic, so that's fine. Combat. And passes. We draw. Gaia Reach Sanitarium. Well, tap, 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 tap. Activate Urza. And there's Collected Company. Collector Roof. And Night of Autumn. Okay. Blows up our construct. We hit another Urza. Well, play another Urza. Get another construct. Keep the old Urza. Yeah, play Gaia Reach Sanitarium. Pass the turn. Well, now we're mostly leaning on this Whip Flare, which could actually be really good, depending on how our opponent's next turn goes. But there's a chance that it's really good. Opponent untaps. And give... Township. That makes it a lot worse. Opponent attacks, attacks, attacks. Does not attack. Yikes. Yeah, that Township... Oh, please cast stuff. We need them to not leave up Township here. Desperately. Alright, Ramanab Excavator. That's not Township. Okay, we have hope. There is hope. There is hope for the Urza. Opponent's going to blow up our Gaia Reach Sanitarium. We'll float a mana. Snow-covered island. Opponent passing. Mox Opal. So, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We lose our Riddlesmith. So let's Mox Opal first to loot. Because we wouldn't mind looting a Echo of Eons. A Braid. Well, yeah. We got to discard a Braid, unfortunately. Get a Mox Opal. Whip Flare. Get rid of most of the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Activate Urza. Well, cast Everflowing Chalice. And pass the turn. Alright. Well, we're staying alive. That was a nice sweeper to stay alive. Opponent untaps. That also cuts back on our opponent's mana a bit, although they do get to keep replaying lands. Opponent, land from the graveyard. Combat. No attacks. We draw. Spire of Industry. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Spin the Urza wheel. Into Narset. Activate Narset. Get a... I guess we take a Karn. Take a Karn. Spire of Industry. Play Karn. Make a Karnstruct. And pass the turn. Does our opponent have a Collected Company? They might. Looks like it might be Coco Part 2. Forest untapped. How good is it? Ooh, no Coco. All right, that's even better. Opponent. Forest. Because now if we happen to hit a... Ooh, Echo of Eons is so insane if we hit it here. Opponent. No attacks. Passes. Engineered Explosives. Well, take down Narset. Get a... Let's take Engineered Explosives, Part 2. Spin the Urza wheel. Everflowing Chalice. Take down Karn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, explosives on 0. Tap, 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 tap. Spin the Urza wheel. Well, alright, Islet. Explosives on 1. And pass the turn. Actually, can we attack? Maybe we can. Yeah, I guess we do. This forces our opponent to block. Opponent blocks. I mean, maybe we're just getting here with Karnstrucks. Blocks and blocks. Alright, pass the turn, and we might just be in good shape. These Karnstrucks might just be enough on their own. No combo needed. Okay, this deck is so weird. This is a weird one, but, I mean, Karnstrucks. Sideboard plan, working. Getting through the collector, oof. Oof. Bonet. Well, Coco's got to be one of their better draws. Courser, Voice. So opponent is not naturally dead next turn. Temple Garden. Gains a life. Yup. Well, we're hoping to hit a Echo of Eons. That's what we want. Opponent passes. Mox Opal. So, tap, 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 tap. Should we just crack Islet first? We probably should. Yeah, let's just crack that first. Draw a card. Should have untapped all our lands, but that's unnecessary effort. Oh my god, we hit it. Okay. So float mana, Mox Opal. Keep the new one. Echo of Eons. Full price. And now we get to Riddlesmith, Mishra's Bauble, Loot. And we still have Echo of Eons in our... Oh, and a Sigh. Good lord. Discard Darksteel Citadel. Do some tapping. Play Sigh. Mox Opal. Cast another Mox Opal. Loot. Make a Thopter. Discard Cavern of Souls. Keep the new Mox Opal. Everflowing Chalice. For free. Loot. Discard Shivan Reef. Make a Thopter. Mox Opal mana. New Mox Opal. Thopter Loot. Oh, we're going to win this turn, I think. Discard Simian Spirit Guide. Make a Thopter. Keep the new Mox Opal. Mishra's Bauble. Thopter. No need to loot. Then we tap our Everflowing Chalice. Echo of Eons. Keep it going. Keep the fun going. Everflowing Chalice. Loot. Oh, this is it. This is a combo. This is so good. Oh, and there's Mirrodin Besieged. Alright. Discard. Do some tapping. Oh, we might have messed... I think we should have discarded this Echo of Eons. I mean, I guess it's fine, but play Mirrodin Besieged on Phyrexian. Do some tapping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let's play the island. Echo of Eons. No artifacts? That's very awkward. Alright, maybe we're fizzling. I guess we have most of our free artifacts on the battlefield. Echo of Eons. Mox Opal. Thopter Loot. This deck is insane. Discard Spire of Industry. Make a Thopter. Keep the new Mox Opal. Simian Spirit Guide. Yeah, we might have messed this up. Saheeli. We might have done something wrong along the way. Play Saheeli. And we'll just pass. I mean, we're guaranteed to win next turn. We might have messed up to keep ourselves from winning this turn. Discard Cavern. But I don't think there's any way. Opponent's got to land on top of their deck. We have a huge board. We got Bladeswalkers. There's no way we're losing here. Opponent gains a life. Yeah, I think we needed to be more aggressive discarding Echo of Eons. Opponent scoops it up. Well, we didn't win immediately, but when we did, and pretty impressively, once the deck gets going, it really goes. We even got the backdoor Narsat. Man, that's a sweet synergy. This deck can really take advantage of Echo of Eons, more so than most decks that I have seen. Okay. I mean, Whip Flare is one of our better cards. Our mana's a little awkward. The Noblest of Hierarchs for our opponent passes. Echo of Eons, also awkward. Well, Spire of Industries, go. We'll see what our opponent does. We can just Whip Flare next turn. It would be nice if that was sweeping the board. Ooh, alright. Odds of whip flaring increasing. Birds of Paradise Bajuka Bog. Sure. Opponent. Passing. Well, now we're definitely whip flaring. Darksteel Citadel. Whip flare. Pass the turn. Gotta slow him down. Slow down, ye old opponent. Opponent untaps. What do ya got? Windswept Heath. Cracks it. Forest. And what's the follow-up? So our plan is to empty our hand. Tireless Tracker. That's decent. Opponent passes. Empty our hand. Get this Echo of Eons in the graveyard and flash it back. So we can't kill Tireless Tracker yet. Play Spire of Industry. Spend some life. Play Saheeli. Engineered Explosives on 0. Make a servo. And yeah, let's just pass the turn and see what happens. I don't really want to play this other explosives on 0 if we can avoid it. But we do want Saheeli to live. Opponent, combat. Attack Saheeli. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's block. Keep Saheeli at 5. And, ooh, Night of Autumn. Alright. Gonna get big. Blows up Engineered Explosives. Interesting. Okay. Opponent passes. Echo of Eons. Well, I think we play Gaia Reach Sanitarium. Play Gurapur Ether Grid. Make a servo. Explosives on 0. Make a servo. Kill Tireless Tracker before it gets a chance to grow. And pass the turn. Okay. Problem dealt with. What do you got, opponent? We're getting close to Echo of Eons, which is going to be awesome. Opponent, combat. I assume they're hitting Saheeli. We might be getting there. Saheeli getting hit. Down 2. 3. Land for our opponent. And passes. We draw. Simian Spirit Guide. Alright. Pass the turn. Here comes Collected Company. Eidolon and Courser. Ooh, with Eldritch Evolution on top. Alright, those are some annoying cards. And a Collected Company on top of that. Eldritch Evolution. Sacking Night of Autumn. Gets Collector. Oof. Okay, opponent. Combat. Ooh, and a Night of Autumn on top too. Good God. Gonna get in at Saheeli. Or not. Well, we will loot. Discard Echo of Eons. Then we will ping Collector Oof. We also have to not time out. So kill the Oof. Untap. Huh. What's our one spell? Oh, we can't get rid of this Eidolon. That's the biggest problem. 1, 2, 3, 4. If we could cast multiple spells, it would be much easier. Well, I guess we Everflowing Chalice, kick it twice. Make a servo. Pass the turn. I assume our opponent's going to kill our Gurapur Ether Grid. This Eidolon of Rhetoric is our big issue here. And we don't have an easy way to kill it. We really need to be able to cast multiple spells in a turn. I mean, I guess if we were going to have our Ether Grid around, eventually that would be able to kill it. But there's the Night of Autumn. See what it targets. Yep. So, kill Night of Autumn. Lose our Gurapur Ether Grid. Opponent, combat. Everything at Saheeli. Well, I think we block. Keep Saheeli around. No, nope, 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 nope. You also have an Eidolon. Opponent passes. Echo of Eons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do we just refuel hands? I guess. I don't know if this is smart or not. We need something. So yeah, let's Echo of Eons. Make a servo. New hands. Not very good new hands, though. We shuffled back into Night of Autumn. Play Darksteel Citadel. Pass the turn. I guess what we need is engineered explosives on 3 at some point. Ugh. Yeah, this Eidolon is ruining our fun severely. And we are going to lose our Saheeli. And we're also running short on time. Ugh. Boy. Yeah, Eidolon seems like a really good sideboard card against us. Opponent, Horizon Canopy off the top. And Knight of Autumn. Alright. So that's our opponent's 1 card. Going to kill Everflowing Chalice. Sure. Opponent. Attacks. Well, let's chump. Keep our Saheeli around 1 more turn. Loot. So what we need is explosives. Oh, man. Coco on top. We need explosives, I think. There's Urza. Well, discard Echo of Eons. Untap. Play Cavern on Artificer. Play Urza. Make a Construct. And pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Another collected. Man, they're chaining together the Cocos. How do we get rid of this Eidolon? We have a Ray of Revelation. We just didn't bring it in. I didn't know that Eidolon was going to be such a thing. Opponent. Main phase is a Coco. What do they find? Whoa! A whiff. Okay. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Gavany Township. Grows the Dorks. Opponent. Can no longer keep attacking our Saheeli. We just need to find a way to get rid of Eidolon. Opponent passes. We untap. Riddlesmith. Well, play Snow-Covered Island. Play Echo of Eons. Make a servo. Get in with our Construct. Opponent blocks. Well, we pass the turn. Oh, 3 minutes on our clock as well. Opponent untaps. Full card of hands thanks to our Echo of Eons. What's their 1 card? It's a Knight of Autumn. Okay. Going to blow up our Construct. Sure. Oh, we haven't been able to find a way to sweep this board. Ghost Quarter. Gains a life. Well, we will loot with Sanitarium. Cataclysmic Gearhulk. Discard a Darksteel Citadel. Grab a Snow-Covered Island. Opponent. Passing. We draw. Urza. Well, play Islet. Sack it to draw a card. Darksteel Citadel. Play Psy. And pass the turn. I think we're going to time out. I think we haven't played fast enough. Opponent. Untaps. Ooh, Surgical Extraction. I wonder if they run out Cataclysmic Gearhulk. It's not that bad for us. It is Cataclysmic. Artifact and creature. Okay, so we... Oh, boy. All right. Oh, we're going to time out. Tap, sack. Cataclysmic resolves. We will keep Psy and Servo and Saheeli. I think timeout is inevitable. Opponent goes to combat. Everything is Saheeli. Block and block. Yeah, this Eidolon's just ruined our party. Opponent passing. Well, we will Urza. Make a Construct. Darksteel Citadel. Pass the turn. Aye. Yeah, apparently got to play this deck fast. It does not win very quick, and we are going to take the timeout loss here. This Eidolon really slowing things down. Opponent. Tireless Tracker. Windswept Heath. Okay. Yep. And cracks Windswept Heath, gets a clue. Gains a life. If we draw an explosives, we can do things, but I don't know if it's going to be quick enough. Opponent, combat. No attacks, passes. Shivan Reef, that's the least helpful draw. So we will activate Urza. Bobble. Yeah, I guess we cast it. Make some tokens. Play Spire of Industry, pass the turn. 45 seconds. Is there any way this works? Opponent, Surgical Urza. Sure. We already got one on the battlefield, so that's fine. Down to 11. Opponent untaps. Ugh, I think we would win if we weren't going to time out, but I think we're going to lose because we are timing out. Maybe we can get some miraculous win. Opponent, Courser number 2. 1 card for the turn. Get a Gates of Life. Opponent's going for the timeout plan by the looks. Stacks a bunch of triggers. Oh, needed to play faster. Needed to play faster. Sack Bobble. Draw an extra card on our turn. Opponent. Up to 14. No attacks. Passes. So we get to draw 2. Abrew and Bobble. So activate Urza. Don't want Tormod's Crypt. Mishra's Bobble. Trigger, 22 seconds, and yeah. Get in with the Thopter. Alright. Yeah. We have officially timed ourselves out. Wow. Oh, should have played faster. I guess. Well, the deck is sweet, and if timing out wasn't an issue, I think it's very likely that we win that game. It's not 100%, but I would say we're maybe 80% if time was not a concern. But it's slow. The Eidolon made it slower. We took a little too long thinking about stuff and paid the price with a loss. Ooh. Yeah, all right. Gotta play fast. All right. Much brew about nothing time. We are playing some more Urza combo? I don't even know. Echoing Urza. And this hand, it's fine. Turn 1 Chalice can be good in some matchups. If this is the Hogak deck, Turn 1 Chalice is sweet. Faithless Looting. Alright. Well, Bloodbond. Okay. Well, let's see if this Turn 1 Well, we actually got a pretty good start for this. So, Simian Spirit Guide. Let's see. How do we do this? Chalice on 1, Tormod's Crypt. So, Darksteel Citadel. Simian Spirit Guide. Chalice on 1. Tormod's Crypt. Mishra's Bobble. Go. Well, that is a pretty good start against Hogak. Multiple layers of defense. Not being able to play 1-drop shuts down a lot of our opponent's deck. That might be enough to beat our opponent mostly on its own, especially with Tormod's Crypt to deal with Vengevine coming back. And our opponent's done! Done! Take that, Hogak! Too good! Well, that's a good thing they scoop because, well, we would have got Saheeli in a few turns. We were not drawing anything for a while. Alright, so that's what you do against Hogak. That is the plan. Against Hogak... What else is the plan? We can bring in more Tormod's Crypts for sure. Top of our list. Welding Jar, maybe. Abrew is good. Whip Flare is kind of interesting. And Ancient Grudge. Ancient Grudge fights Altar of Dementia. Whip Flare might not be worth it. It is a way we can get back if we're far behind on board. Well, that's the kind of start we want. Turn 1 Chalice is exactly what we want. We have a bunch of engineered explosives. Let's not Whip Flare. Let's go down. Echo of Eons is pretty sweet as Graveyard Hate as well. This deck might actually have a sweet matchup against the Hogak deck. This might be one of the reasons to play this weird brew, actually. Alright. We'll go down the Psy, I guess. We're going to keep Simian Spirit Guides because being able to turn 1 Chalice is pretty important. And then, what else can we cut? Maybe like Saheeli? I guess we can go 1 Grinding Station. And maybe we just go down a couple Everflowing Chalices. Alright, try it like that. Well, game 1 went as well as a game can go. That was perfect. Exactly what we were hoping for. This hand... I mean, I guess we're keeping this? We have turn 1 Urza? Gemstone Caverns. Explosives, Mox Opal, Land, Simian Spirit Guide, Urza. Alright. So, Gemstone Caverns. Exile, Spire of Industry. Alright, I mean, we don't have a ton of defense, but this is as fast as you're going to get at Urza on the battlefield. Blood Crypt, opponent cracks it. And Stitcher Supplier starts the milling. Nothing too great milled. Alright, opponent passes. We draw. Oh, Tormod's Crypt, that's a draw. So Darksteel Citadel. Tormod's Crypt. Mox Opal, Simian Spirit Guide, Urza, and yeah, I guess we just pass. Let's see if turn 1 Urza beats what our opponent's doing. Tormod's Crypt was a great draw. Great, great, great. Stitcher Supplier Part 2. Mills. Alright, a Bloodghast. And here comes Hogak. So we are going to have to beat a Hogak. Yep. Well, that is a big ol' boy. Blood Crypt returns. Opponent. Passing. Well, let's see what we draw. Land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So play Snow-Covered Island. We gotta make this big enough to block Hogak. So I think we play explosives on 0. Spin the Urza wheel. Well, more explosives on 0. Pass the turn. So Construct's up to a 6/6. Opponent. So we need 2 more artifacts to get ahead of the Hogak. Opponent, combat. All out attack. Well, we will block and block. Actually, yeah, block and block. Kill both Stitcher's suppliers. Opponent gets milled. Gets milled. Alright, bunch more Hogaks. We drop to 10. Stitcher's supplier. Mills. Well, there's the bridges. Opponent passes. Alright, we untap, we draw. Riddlesmith. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, yeah, let's spin the Urza wheel. Riddlesmith. Pass the turn. I mean, I guess this allows us to double block Hogak, potentially. Opponent untaps. Combat. Big swing. Well, we will block, block, block. We need nothing to go wrong here. Oh, dear. All right. Something's going to go wrong. Assassin's Trophy. We get a land. We get rid of the bridges. But we drop to a very low life total, 1. Stitcher Supplier Mills. Oh, now I guess we have to hit another Urza. Yeah, this Hogak from hand. Opponent passes. Simian Spirit Guide. 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, do some tapping. Hogak or Urza or bust. Chalice is too late. Well, cast Chalice on 0. And I think we're dead now. Oh, that was brutal. Spin the wheel. Alright. Yup. Well, that's the power of the Hogak deck. Turn 1 Urza, not good enough. Just the Hogak from hand coming to ruin our day. We don't have a good way of just killing a Hogak. Alright, run it back. Come on, turn 1 Chalice hand. Alright, turn 1 Chalice hand. That's good. With Welding Jar back up. We don't have much after that. But turn 1 Chalice, Tormod's Crypt. That seems decent. So, Darksteel Citadel. Simian Spirit Guide. Chalice on 1. Welding Jar. Tormod's Crypt. Mishra's Bauble. Go. Well, that's what we got. Opponent untaps. This is a string of the cards that we most want to beat our opponent's deck. A Crack Bauble. Opponent's drawing Carrion Feeder. That's fine. We draw. We would like a finisher. Or some lands. Well, Snow-Covered Island. Go. Opponent. Blackleaf Cliffs. And Bloodghast. Alright. Opponent passes. Echo of Eons. That'll be good eventually. Darksteel Citadel. Go. If we can get it in our graveyard, it's going to be good. Opponent. Combat. Attacks. Yup. Down to 18. Altar of Dementia. Sacks Mills. Okay. Gets back Bloodghast. Opponent passes. Well, Spire of Industry. Maybe we're working towards full price Echo of Eons. That's not our main plan, but we'll take it. Opponent. Combat. Attacks. Urza would be a great draw. That's our best draw. Down to 16. Stitcher Supplier. Countered. Alright, well, yeah. There goes our Tormod's Crypt. Can't really let the Vengevine come back with us having nothing going on. Sacks, mills, another Vengevine. Come on, Urza! Cracks. Overgrowth Tomb. Gets back Bloodghast. So there's a decent chance that the Vengevine will be back next turn, and that's a clock. Sacks. Mills, nothing super relevant. Another Tormod. Oh, another land gets back Bloodghast. Alright, opponent's got the milling going. And passes. We draw. Oh, Cavern of Souls. Okay, Cavern on Artificer. Oh, we've just drawn all lands. This might be too slow. Pass the turn. Vengevine's returning. Opponent mills themselves. Well, I guess I gotta have 2 creatures for Vengevine to return. Gets back Bloodghast. Untaps. Oh, alright. Looks like they're getting their Vengevine. Man, we had a great start, but we have just drawn every land for the rest of the game. Vengevine returns. Opponent gets to get in. Hit us down to 10. Yup. Passes. Well, Spire of Industries. Echo of Eons. Mishra's Bauble. Oh, we didn't hit anything. Alright, pass the turn. We might still just be dead here. Yikes. I mostly, like, losing to Hogak's one thing. I'm mostly disappointed because we had the starting hand we wanted for Hogak, but we were 17 land deck and we drew lands for like 5 turns in a row. And if we had drawn basically anything, we would have had a chance. But as it sits, I expect that we just die this turn. Opponent sacks Bloodghast. Mills, nothing good. Untaps. Even if we survive, I'm not sure we win. Sacks Vengevine. Okay. Land. Gets back Bloodghast. Sacks. 2 Bloodghast. Well, we're seeing the downside of Echo of Eons. It's great when we get in our graveyard. It is not great when we have to cast it for 6 mana. And we're also seeing what happens with our deck when we manage to whiff on Urza. Urza is really key. We have tons of ways to dig to find it. But, yeah, 2 Bloodghast returning. Neonate countered. Carrion Feeder countered. Vengevine returns. Opponent combat. Gonna hit us to 1. Yup. Well, let's see if our deck can pull anything together. Crack Bauble. Draw a card. Assassin's Trophy on top. We draw. 2. Land Chalice. Okay. So, Engineered Explosives. On 0. Is there any chance we can play fairly and win? We can, like, Explosives on 2. Kill the Bloodghast in the Altar of Dementia. Riddlesmith, try to block Vengevine. Is there any way that works? It's risky, because if they... there's so many things they can hit. The other option is Simian Spirit Guide. Spin the Echo of Eons wheel. But what are we hoping to hit? I guess Urza? Or something that makes a lot of blockers? Our blue mana, we're going to have to hit blue mana too. Because we can't tap this for blue. Oh, and we know there's Assassin's Trophy on top. Alright, so Engineered Explosives on 0. Exile Simian Spirit Guide. Yeah, spin the wheel. Whew. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. So, blue source. Urza. Make a construct. That's removal. Well, tap. 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 Urza dies. We get a land. We get a construct. Riddlesmith. Yeah, I think this does it. Ugh. Tormod's Crypt. Loot. Oh. Huh. Discard Echo of Eons. That's an interesting draw. Mox Opal. Loot. Discard Gemstone Cavern. Explosives on 2. Loot. Discard Chalice of the Void. And pass the turn. Wow, is there any argument to cracking this now? Oh, it's too easy to die. Alright, pass the turn. Oh, we are staying alive-ish. Opponent. Alright, let's see it. Oh, that Mox Opal was key. It let us explosives on 2. Which means there's at least a chance we survive this turn. Sacks Bloodghast. Mills nothing relevant. Sacks Bloodghast. Mills nothing relevant. Wow. Is it worth activating Tormod's Crypt right now? Let's stop upkeep. Upkeep. Tormod's Crypt. Get rid of the Bloodghast. Alright. What do you got, opponent? We need our blockers to hold. Bloodghast returns. Combat. Opponent. Attacks. Well, we will block. Sacks to mill. Okay. Stuff trades. Bridges get exiled. I wonder if it's worth blowing up this altar right now. Okay, bridges go away. Boy, this game is so close. Sack explosives. Kill the altar. And see what happens. Land. Bloodghast returns. This has been a crazy game. Neonate countered. Returns the Vengevine. Cracks Bloodstained Mire. Fails to find. Out of lands. Hogak. Alright. Well, we untap. Urza. Simian Spirit Guide. Well, exile Simian Spirit Guide. Exile Simian Spirit Guide. Echo of Eons. Ooh, that's interesting. Play Saheeli. Actually, play Saheeli. Play Mox Opal. Make a dork. Keep the new one. Play Tormod's Crypt. Make a dork. Play Tormod's Crypt. Make a dork. Tap Mox Opal. Play new Mox Opal. Make a dork. Mishra's Bauble. Make a dork. So we can't beat Assassin's Trophy. Well, explosives becomes a Karnstruct. Oh, they have it! Yeah, and that does it. Wow. Man. Actually, let's see. Okay, Welding Jar reanimates the construct. I don't think we have any lands left. We do not. Explosives becomes huge. We go to combat. Attack. Opponent has to chump. And yeah, Mox Opal. Keep a Mox Opal. Pass the turn. Oh, staying alive-ish. Opponent untaps. What do they got? Scopes it up! Oh my goodness, we got there! Whoa! What a game! Oh, what a game, what a game, what a game. We found a way to take down the evil Hogak. Oh my goodness. That was insane. Oh, I thought we had won with our opening hand. Then I thought we lost when we drew 5 lands in a row. Then it looked super grim. At 1 life, we had to get super lucky, I guess, with our Echo of the Eons. Our opponent had answers to some of the stuff that would have made it easy, but our Echo of the Eons into Saheeli and all 0 mana stuff with regeneration for our card struck. The Urza still paying off, even though it died with the trigger on the stack. Oh my goodness. Oh. This deck plays ridiculous games. Well, I mean, apart from our timeout, this deck is kind of killing it. This is going to be the longest Much Abrew of all time, but the deck's sweet. The deck is sweet and the deck is cool, and it wins in different ways, and yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. All right, Much Abrew about nothing time. We are playing more. Ooh, Okay, we're going to keep this. We're playing more... Oh, what do we exile? That's a big question. Echoing Urza, I think, is what we're going with. What do we exile? Huh. Let's go Simian Spirit Guide. Yeah, get rid of Spirit Guide. That's fine. Want to keep both Chalices just in case there's some sort of disruption. In some matchups, Chalices are single best card. Inquisition. For example, our opponent could be Inquisitioning us. Well, Chalice on 1. That's our plan. Probably not as devastating against a deck with Inquisition as some, but... Spire of Industry. Chalice on 1. Bobble. And Goo. Well, hopefully Chalice is good here. Opponent untaps Bloodstained Mire. And passing. Well, take a peek. Smiting. Oh, they're playing Pyromancer. Should be interesting. Island Simian Spirit Guide. I'll play the Island, exile Simian Spirit Guide. Everflowing Chalice on 2. And now what we want most of all is Echo the Eons. We're actually pretty close to just being able to hard cast it. Sacred Foundry, untapped. Cycles Unearth. But yeah, that's our best card. Echo the Eons is what we're looking for. Urza's also great. We'll not complain about Urza. Opponent, Seasoned Pyromancer. Gonna make some dorks. Yup. Opponent passing. Well, play Shivan Reef. Pass the turn. Come on, Echo! Echo, Echo, Echo. Echo or Urza. Either of our 2 namesake cards. That's what we need. Young Pyromancers. Opponent's going to go off with tokens. Opponent gets in for 4. Down to 16. We draw. Islet. Well, explosives on 0. Islet. Yeah, let's just crack at end step. Odds of hitting Urza are low, and we can't cast Echo the Eons. Opponent gets in, hits us. Well, we're going to take 6, down to 10. That is not exciting. We're getting kind of close to just dying to the janky beats. Collective Brutality, drains us, makes a token, down to 8. Oh, crack, Islet. Grinding Station. Okay, untap. Oh, there's Urza. That's a draw. That is a draw. So, play Urza, make a construct, play Grinding Station, tap it for mana, untap it. Oh, we could spin the wheel. I think we just pass. Pass the turn. Plan on cracking our explosives, I assume. Ugh. Although that actually hurts us a lot. We'd rather not crack explosives. But we know there's a smiting hex. Pyromancer. Thoughtseize. Okay. So we're just getting another turn. That's good. That's very good. With another turn, maybe we can win. Opponent's passing. Oh, I really want to mill ourselves. Because what we need to hit is... What can we sack, though? If we sack explosives, we risk just losing. Well, let's untap. See what we draw. Mox Opal. Well, tap this for mana. Grinding Station. Sack Chalice to mill ourselves. Play Mox Opal. Untap Grinding Station. Tap Opal for mana. Sack Opal to mill ourselves. Ugh. We did not hit much. Well, Urza. Tap. Tap. Spin the wheel. Darksteel Citadel. Untaps Grinding Station. Tap Darksteel Citadel. Sack Darksteel Citadel. 1, 2, 3. Huh. Well, apparently all of our Echo of Eons are hiding at the bottom of our deck. 1, 2. So we block. 1, 2. So we have to crack. But then when we crack, we lose a lot of our stuff, including our construct. The problem is if we do this in whiff, we end up maybe losing on the spot. If we hit an artifact, it's okay. Land is a whiff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We don't have that many lands left. Yeah, let's spin the wheel. I mean, this could be the death of us, but we're going to try it. Oh, Echo of Eons. All right. That's not bad. So now we get to play Mishra's Bauble, untap Grinding Station, tap Grinding Station, tap Mishra's Bauble, play... So I think what we have to do is tap Construct, play Saheeli, Mox Opal, make a Servo, untap Grinding Station, tap Grinding Station, untap Grinding Station, tap it for mana, tap the Servo for mana, Grinding Station, Servo, untap Grinding Station, tap Grinding Station, get another Grinding Station, tap Grinding Station, untap Grinding Station, untap Grinding Station. We might be comboing off. Yeah, Echo of Eons, tap Grinding Station, tap Grinding Station. We might have parlayed this into a win. Untap Grinding Station. Let's see what we hit here. Our mana's doing well. So new hand. That's a lot of Echo of Eons. Alright, so tap Grinding Station. Tap Grinding Station. Engineered Explosives on 0. I think we're going to combo off. Make a Servo to untap our Grinding Stations. Yes. Yes. Tap our Grinding Stations. Tap our Grinding Stations. Enters battlefield. Oh, the combo's coming. Yes. Yes. Tap our Grinding Stations. Tap our Grinding Stations. Engineered Explosives on 0. Make a Servo. Untap our Grinding Stations. So this isn't technically infinite, but we're making a lot of mana. Engineered Explosives enters the battlefield. Untap. Untap. And now we... Echo of Eons. Make a Servo. So tap, tap. Yup. Untap. Yes, please. New hand. Tormod's Crypt. Oh, we have so much mana. Yeah, I think this is going to end with us winning. So tap, tap. Play Riddlesmith. Play Tormod's Crypt. Loot. Discard Urza. Untap. Do some tapping. Because we're just going to fill our graveyard and win. We just need to find Mirrodin Besieged. Tormod's Crypt enters the battlefield. Untap. Untap. Tap, tap. So Mirrodin Besieged is all we're looking for now, and we got the win. Play Bauble. Loot. Discard Cavern of Souls. Untap, untap. Tap. Tap. Bauble enters the battlefield. Untap. Untap. Tap. Tap. Chalice on 0. Loot. Discard Chalice of the Void. Untap. Untap. Do some tapping. Do some tapping! I mean, I guess this is kind of a boring combo to watch, maybe, but... Untap. Untap. Tap, tap. Chalice on 0. Loot. There's Mirrodin Besieged. That's what we were looking for. Alright. Untap. Untap. Tap, tap. Chalice comes into play. Untap. Mirrodin Besieged. Tap, tap. Servo. Untap. And now we win right away without our opponent getting to untap. Phyrexian. And now we Echo the Eons. Let's cast one from hand. Tap, tap. Servo. Untap. Untap. New hand. And now we start milling ourselves. So, Grinding Station. Sack Everflowing Chalice. Grinding Station. Sack Everflowing Chalice. Tap Mox Opal. Cast Mox Opal. Loot. Discard Darksteel Citadel. Saheeli lets us untap. And now we Grinding Station. Sack Explosives. Grinding Station. Sack Explosives. Opal lets us untap. Keep the new one. Untap, untap. Sack Explosives. Mill ourselves. sack, tap Opal, just in case. Sack Opal, mill ourselves. And how are we doing on artifacts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, we're almost there. So cast explosives for 0. Loot, discard Chalice of the Void, servo, untaps, mill ourselves, sack Tormod's Crypt, mill ourselves, sack Bobble, untap, and yeah, pass the turn. End of turn, Mirrodin Besieged, triggers, we discard Everflowing Chalice, and combo out of nowhere. Opponent, bunch of stuff in hand, that's nice, that's a good hand, but does not take down Mirrodin Besieged. Whoo! Alrighty then. Well, the problem is, we're probably going to time out. Our opponent made us play through that entire combo, and we had to draw our entire deck a bunch of times, and there's a lot of clicking, and we took 15 minutes almost in game 1. Still, that was a super relevant performance for our deck. I mean, that was really good. Maybe we're just going to have to accept some number of timeout losses with this deck, which is not ideal if the goal is to post a official winning record, but ooh, the combo, if people scoop, it's fine. If they don't scoop, the combo can be a smidge on the slow side. So opponent, Leyline of the Voids, Wear Tears, stuff to look out for, more discard. So how do we want to fight against Mardu Octomancer? That's the question. A Braid, Arc Trail, Ether Grid, Whip Flare seem good. We could bring in Narset to just try to jank him out with Echo of Eons. That might be worth it. Negate, Karn is another good backup plan, although they're going to have a lot of artifact removal. Ray of Revelation maybe gets Leyline after sideboarding, but doesn't really do much else. I think if we bring in ways to win through Leyline, then we're probably fine. Chalice is powerful. I don't think we need Teferi. Don't need Ancient Grudge. Hurkyl's Recall. Alright, so what are we cutting? Maybe go 1 Grinding Station. 1 Grinding Station. Maybe trim a couple Riddlesmiths and a couple, like a Simian Spirit Guide. And maybe we, can we cut Mirrodin Besieged? Alright, we'll just trim. We'll trim. Tried to make our deck less reliant on Graveyard. Riddlesmith gets a little bit worse in a World of Leyline. With Hogak running around, gotta expect there to be lots of Graveyard hate. Well, this hand's not super fast, but okay, there's a Leyline. Not super fast, but it is fairly resilient. Godless Shrine, tapped. Opponent, passes. Snow-covered Island, go. So we have turn 2 Chalice on 1, potentially. Opponent. And opponent did spend a card to shut down our graveyard. Young Pyromancer. Opponent, passing. Wow, this is tricky. Kill Young Pyromancer, or play Chalice on 1 before it gets hit by discard. Alright, let's take the safer line. Kill Pyromancer. The problem is, if we don't kill Pyromancer and play Chalice, our opponent can still just cast all their 1-mana stuff into the Chalice, and we might not be able to beat the board of tokens. Marsh Flats, cracks it. Blood Crypt, untapped. Lingering Souls. Opponent, passing. Well, now we will Darksteel Citadel. Chalice on 1. Pass the turn. And see if we can find a way to beat the spirits. Bloodstained Mire. Ooh, so many Lingering Souls. Opponent gets in. Yeah, that's a clock. Opponent hits us. Riddlesmith. Well, let us play Gaia Reach Sanitarium. Run out Urza. Blood Crypt, tapped. And then tap our artifacts to play Riddlesmith. And pass the turn. We're going to need to draw into some sort of sweeper. Whip Flare. Whip Flare is what we want the most to clean up these spirits. We do have some ways to dig for it. Gurp or Ether Grid might get the job done too. Alright, Dreadbore's Urza. So that cuts off some of our ways to dig. Opponent, combat. Hits us for a bunch. Down to 12. Lingering Souls returns. We untap. Bobble. So, Bobble. Loot. Discard. Spire of Industry. Snow-covered island. Narset. Take down Narset. There's an answer. Explosives. Explosives on 0. Loot. Ooh. Discard Shivan Reef. Go to combat. Get in with our construct. Opponent blocks. And we pass the turn. Opponent, combat. Everything at Narset. This is a weird scenario. If we crack the explosives, we lose our Chalice. But we keep our Narset. And now we can try to untap an Echo of Eons. We also lose our construct. Well, let's see what's on top of our deck. Urza. Alright. In that case, we're going to let Narset go. Narset down. Plague Engineer. Gonna kill our Riddlesmith? Yep. Alright. Well, we untap. Draw an extra card, including an Urza. Run out Urza. Make another construct. 1, 2, 3. Go to combat. Attack. Opponent blocks. Tap. 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 I don't even know if we want to run out this Chalice. Alright. Tap. Tap. Okay, new plan. Chalice on 0. Tap. 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 Spin the wheel. Simian Spirit Guide. Pass the turn. Alright. Opponent untaps. They are going to force us to blow this explosives eventually if we don't find another answer. Ooh. Wear Tear takes down the Chalice. Okay. Thoughtseize. Takes Echo of Eons. Well, I guess it makes it less painful to crack this explosives. Opponent. Leaving back 1 spirit. 2 spirits. Gets in for a bit. Well, let's see what we draw. Down to 8. We untap. Echo of Eons. Oh. Is it worth it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We refuel our opponent's hand is the scary part. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Spin the Urza wheel into a second Urza. Keep the old Urza. Construct. Go to combat. Attack, attack. Opponent blocks. Well, pass the turn. Opponent's at 10. Chemball. Okay, that's an annoying clock. Opponent gets in with a couple of spirits. We drop to 6. Untap. Darksteel Citadel. Cash in Islet. Draw a card. Go to combat. Attack, attack. Opponent blocks. Opponent blocks. Play Darksteel Citadel. Yeah, pass the turn. Oh, this is so awkward. Opponent untaps. Oh, the timeout is on. We're taking way too long because of that first game combo. Opponent. Oh, this deck is so thin margined. I feel another timeout loss might be coming on. Oh, twice in one league. That's not good. The deck is so sweet and so good, though, but we just keep timing out. Opponent. What do you got? Lingering Souls returns. Opponent gets in with the spirits. We drop to 4. Well, loot. Yeah, Chemball's brutal, too. Opponent also gets to loot. Discard Chalice. Untap. Tormod's Crypt. Well, go to combat. Oh, we don't even have red mana, do we? Attack, attack, attack. Opponent. Blocks. 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 Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Spin the Urza wheel. Oh, we need a red source. Maybe we shouldn't have cracked that. Oh, there wasn't a Chemball at the time when we cracked it. Spire of Industry. Well, Arc Trail. Go to 1. Dead to any type of bird. And there's the bolt. Alright. Oh, we're going to time out. We are definitely timing out. That's not ideal. Alright, bring in a Karn because it's a fast clock and we're going to have to play really fast. Ugh. That game 1 killed us. That game was about on the pace that we need a game to go to not time out. The first game, where our opponent made us combo the whole time, that just took way too much time for a 3-game match. Ugh, that's going to be the theme, I think, of this league, is great deck, lots of timeouts. Alright, I guess we keep. Opponent, Leyline of the Void again. Well, Mishra's Bobble. Engineered Explosives. Snow-covered island. Go. Gotta get stuff out of our hand because of discard. Opponent, with the discard, Inquisition, takes our Sai. Well, crack the bobble. Opponent's drawing Seasoned Pyromancer. We draw. 2. Chalice is interesting. Play Spire. Chalice on 1. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Blood Crypt. Passes. Well, play Gaia Reach Sanitarium. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Marsh Flats. Cracks it. 1 minute 38 seconds. Sacred Foundry. Looks like an incoming Seasoned Pyromancer. Yup, Seasoned Pyromancer. Gets to do some looting. Well, we will Sanitarium. Loot. Urza would be nice. Well, discard Spire of Industry. Opponent discards Inquisition. Play Islet. Play Bobble. Crack Bobble. Take a peek. Opponent's drawing another Seasoned Pyromancer. Well, that might just beat us. Double C. Ooh, Ether Grid is so helpful. Opponent, combat. I don't know if we have enough time, though. Gets in. Yeah, we take our beating. Down to 16. Cracks Marsh Flats. Plains. Lingering Souls. Well, let's keep looting. Discard a Echo of Eons. Untap. Play Gurapur Ether Grid. Engineered Explosives on 0. Mox Opal. Spire of Industry. Pass the turn. Oh, we're going to run out of time. Opponent untaps. Land. Ooh, Wear Tear. Well, shoot down Seasoned Pyromancer. We lose a couple of good things. Opponent, combat. Attacks. Down to 11. Sack Islet. Karn. Tormod's Crypt. Well, play Tormod's Crypt. Get rid of our opponent's graveyard. Opponent cracks Bloodstained Mire. Yeah, we're definitely timing out. Gets a Godless Shrine. Now we... Yeah, we're just out of time. Pass the turn. Oh, another timeout loss. Oh! So far this is the draw deck. So far, this is going to break the record for the longest Much Abrew of all time. The deck's insane. So far, we're 2-0 in games that have matches that have come to completion, and we have 2 timeouts. One of them where I think we're like 90% to win. This one, I don't know what our percentage is. The Karn was going to be good. We can sweep the board in Karn. Well, our record's not going to look as good as it could if it wasn't for all these timeouts. The deck's insane, though, but apparently if you're going to play it on Magic Online, you're going to have to play it really fast and practice it a lot. That's the thing we're learning. Some of it's just clicking that takes a long time. Other parts of the timeouts are, this deck's really complicated, and it takes some thinking, because you got to think about like what random things you can hit, what you can draw into off of Echo of Eons, what you can hit off of Urza. There's really like fine margins on a lot of this stuff. So that part will probably be sped up as you play the deck more, but if your opponent forces you to go through the entire combo, which our opponent did in game number 1 of this match, it just takes a long time. Like the combo turn itself, we got there quickly, but then it just took like 10 minutes of like drawing cards, making mana, tapping stuff to Urza, refueling with Echo of Eons, and we did win that game, but as a result of our opponent forcing us to play it out, lost the match. Well, Alright, fair enough. Alright, much brew about nothing time. We are playing Echoing Urza, and we're not timing out. We're not timing out. That's our number one mission for match 5. No timeout. So far, the deck seems insane when we actually get to complete the game. But that has been an issue. The timeouts, we have not been defeated, but we have lost to timing out twice now. Opponent, what avails? Cracks it. Breeding pool. Well, if this is in fact, timing out's probably less of a concern. The noblest of hierarchs. I guess it could be like spirits. Opponent, passing. Well, land's not bad. So we will play, snow-covered island, and let's just pass. Opponent. If it is in fact, I'm very worried about that. Windswept Heath. It is in fact. Okay. Well, this is about as bad news can get. Opponent. Passes. Darksteel Citadel. Chalice definitely coming down. Is it too late, though? Chalice on 1. Pass the turn. And I guess now we're going to bobble, because we do want to draw land. Opponent untaps. Wooded Foothills. Combat. It's in for 2, in fact. Sure. Well, now we need blockers. Down to 20. Crack bobble. Take a peek. Might of Volcroza. That gets stopped by Chalice, thankfully. Let's see what we draw. Alright, so play Riddlesmith. Play Mishra's Bauble. Loot. Okay, there's a land. So discard, I guess, yeah, let's discard Riddlesmith. Cavern of Souls on Artificer. And pass the turn. Hopefully next turn we're getting down Urza. That would be ideal. Opponent untaps. Combat. No attacks. Well, crack the bauble, take a peek. Another Might of Volcroza. We draw an extra card. Alright, there's a land. So Darksteel Citadel. Uncounterable Urza. Make a construct. Mox Opal. Loot. Discard. Everflowing Chalice. Tap Chalice. Tap Opal. Engineered Explosives. 2 mana but 1 color. To get around our Chalice. Loot. Discard. Riddlesmith. Yeah, let's just pass. Pass the turn. Leave up our explosives. Opponent cracks Wooded Foothills. Breeding pool. We might actually be good here. We're in very good shape. Chalice is saving our day a little bit. Windswept Heath. Yup, get some lands. Opponent untaps. And scoops it up. Chalice explosives good enough. Surviving the infection. Whew, thank goodness. Thank goodness. All right. And I'm actually feeling pretty comfortable that we're not going to time out this match, which, that is good. that is very nice, that we might actually not tap out. I like the sounds of that. So this is like a Crim version of Infect, I think. Probably playing Teferis, perhaps. So against Infect, I think we're looking at a Braid, Arc Trail, Whip Flare, Ether Grid, Negate. Negate might not be worth it. Although it does, maybe Welding Jar too. Tormod's Crypts can go. Chalice is our best card, by far. We can probably go down a Grinding Station. And maybe this is a match where we can trim Echo of Eons? Maybe we go down like an Echo of Eons. Chalice good, Explosive good. We want some Echo of Eons still. All of our removal. Let's go to 2 Echo of Eons. And maybe cut the Saheeli? Actually, let's go down 1 Riddlesmith. Try it like that. Alright, let's see what this hand looks like. This hand is pretty slow. I mean, this hand's fine, but against what Infect is doing, it's pretty slow. We have turn 1 nothing, turn 2 Riddlesmith Loot, maybe, turn 3 Saheeli. Is there any way that's enough? I do like Riddlesmith. And our mana is going to be good. And Saheeli makes blockers, but if our opponent has Blighted Agent, it just beats us. We're going to mulligan. Alright, well, this hand has Chalice on 1 if we hit a land with a Braid backup. So we just need a land, basically. All right. Ooh, that's a land. All right. Give it a go. Breeding Pool for our opponent. Tapped. And passes. Snow-covered island. Go. Well, we have a chance. Opponent untaps. What do you got, opponent? What do you have? Ooh, passing? Well, if our opponent's passing, we will just play Shivan Reef and Riddlesmith. I don't really want to run Chalice into a counter spell. I'd rather our opponent tap out for something and then us Chalice. Windswept Heath. Opponent, still passing. Another Chalice. Well, in that case, play Spire of Industry. Chalice on 1. Loot. Oh, Mirrodin Besieged. I think we got to discard it for now. Go to combat. Get in with Riddlesmith. Hit our opponent. Well, this is, so far, one of the less scary Infect hands I've seen. Cracks Windswept Heath. For Dryad Arbor. Okay. Opponent's going on the Dryad Arbor beatdown plan. Force of Vigor discards Blossoming Defense. All right, so there goes Chalice. Part 1 of Chalice. Noble Hierarch. Opponent. Combat. Gets in. Sure. Down to 18. We untap. Sigh. Well, I guess we're running it back. Chalice on 1, part 2. Loot. Discard Urza. Combat. Get in with Riddlesmith. Well, next turn we can Simian Spirit Guide out Urza if we don't draw anything else. Opponent untaps. Combat. Gets in. For 2. We take it. Down to 16. And opponent passes. Ooh, Cavern's great. Cavern Artificer. Urza. Uncounterable. And opponent scoops it up? Oh, this deck, this league. Wow. Oh my god. Well, we are going to have a lot to talk about in the wrap-up. We technically finished with a 3-2, although, in theory, we didn't actually lose with the deck through our entire league, as crazy as that sounds. Technically, we had 3 wins, 1 timeout when we were almost certainly going to win, and 1 timeout when we could have won. More of a 50-50 timeout. So, that was pretty impressive, but let's wrap up stuff. Let's open this treasure chest. That was an impressive performance for this deck. This deck is sweet. The timing out thing is a little annoying, but all right. Let's get a good chest. Let's get a good chest. Be rewarded for our good performance, not counting the timeouts. And, all right, Chromatic Ore. Sweet card. Not really worth anything, but definitely one of the cooler cards floating around. 50 play points. Well, I mean, I don't know what to say about this league. That was a crazy league. That is a crazy deck. I really like the deck. But if you pick it up, practice, 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 because if your opponent makes you play out the combo, timing out is a concern. It is a slow combo, and even slower than some other combos, because it's less deterministic. We're doing this like loop through our deck with Echo of Eons thing to draw more cheap stuff, to make more mana. So yeah, but the deck is awesome. That is a sweet one. Sweet and spicy for sure. Well, all right. No more rambling. I'll be back with the wrap-up. Just a minute. So what do we learn this week about echoing Urza in Modern? And my goodness, this has got to be one of the weirder leagues that we have ever played. So technically, officially, our record 3-2. We fed the children, just barely, got a treasure chest. However, if you really look at the league, we didn't actually lose to any of our opponents. We won 3 matches, and then we timed out twice, and that gives us the 3-2 finish. One of our timeouts, our first timeout against Value Town, I think we were extremely heavily favored to win that game, maybe like 80 to 90% that we would have won game 3 and won the match. Our second timeout against Mardu Pyromancer, that one, I don't really know. That one, maybe 50-50. We were definitely in the game, and there was a lot of game left to be played, so the timeout thing was an issue. In the end, this ended up being, I believe, our longest Much Abrew of all time. Before editing, runtime was 3 hours of gameplay, which is absolutely absurd. So, record-wise, I don't really know what to think. The deck was obviously very competitive. I think the deck is actually very strong, surprisingly strong at what it's doing. It's really unique, it's really fun. The combo on Magic Online, it's a little time consuming, especially if you look at like the match where he timed out against Mardu Pyromancer. Watch the first game of that match, and we had like 2 copies of Grinding Station. We gotta like tap both of them, cast something to trigger Saheeli, to make a thing, to tap both Grinding Stations. You always gotta click yes to untap a Grinding Station. So parts of the combo are pretty clunky as far as comboing off. So that is a concern. On the other hand, definitely could have played faster. This is a complicated deck. It looks simple. It looks like, oh, okay, just win. But really, it is very complicated because you're trying to figure out, like, when can I Echo of Eons? When is it right to do it? When is it wrong to do it? What if I don't do it? And wait, what can go wrong? What if I do it now? What can my opponent draw into? What can I draw into? So, I do think that just practicing the deck a ton will speed up the process. This is, like, basically my first games with this deck. So, definitely, if you play and practice, the timeout thing is going to become less of a concern. Although, on Magic Online, if you're going with the Grinding Station to make mana combo, that is still a time-consuming combo. I felt like we played it pretty cleanly in the game where he timed out, and it just took us like 10 minutes to go through the combo. So fingers crossed that opponents scoop, although the combo is weird enough that people don't really know what's going on. So maybe try to like run out Mirrodin Besieged early so people know there's a win con and know how you're trying to kill them. So otherwise, apart from the timing out issues, the deck felt really good. Our game against Hagak was insane. We took him down. The deck has a lot of good things against Hagak, with not only having some main deck graveyard hate with Tormod Script, Chalice is insane against them, Engineered Explosives is very good against them, plus we back it up with a good clock. Echo of Eons, sneaky graveyard hate if it's fast enough, if we can get it in the graveyard quickly enough, shuffling everything back in, that is graveyard hate. Urza is busted. The combo was really good. Most of our wins did come from Mirrodin Besieged, and the big turds with this deck, I really think the best comparison is something like Legacy High Tide. There's some setup, sometimes it takes a minute to get going, to get the right pieces, but once we get to the point where we're going to combo, we combo to the max thanks to Echo of Eons. And the big combo turns, we have turns where we really play through like 3 or 4 hands in one turn before we win the game, thanks to Echo of Eons, flash it back, Echo of Eons, flash it back, just keep emptying our hand. So the deck is absurdly fun to play, putting together the pieces of the puzzle, big combo turns. If you've ever seen Legacy High Tide go off, this reminds me of that in Modern, at least as close as you're going to get in Modern. So Echo of Eons was great. Urza, obviously, it's busted. It is so good. Saheeli and Sai are strong. All of our 0-mana artifacts add some nice value. So I really like the deck. Riddlesmith as a really cool option. We can theoretically just Riddlesmith to the win, discarding a bunch of artifacts to get to our Mirrodin Besieged. We got a good sideboard. We got lots of options. So I really love the deck. And I really feel like if it wasn't for the timing out, if the combo was either a little quicker on Magic Online, or maybe I was more experienced with the deck, so I didn't have to think through the lines as much, I think we would have went 4-1 almost for sure, and I think there's a very good chance, at least a reasonable chance, that we could have went 5-0. That's how powerful the deck felt. So the deck felt competitive. It felt like it has a lot of game against the Hagak deck, which is good. It's fun, it's cool, it's a unique combo, we get cool new cards. So other than timing out, I love this deck. It was a blast, so if you want to do something a little different with Urza in Modern, and try out Echo of Eons, Mirrodin Besieged, some of the new cards, seems like a pretty legit option in our current format, if you're willing to practice it and be fast enough to not time out, because that was a big challenge. That was the problem. That's what kept us from having an even better performance. So anyway, that's Echoing Urza. That's been our Bunch of Brew for this week. Thank you so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.